This is the Minaal Rolltop Bag, a bag that looks like it was designed for the office. A great bag for EDC and the gym. Minimal organization, but a very stylish and sleek look. A bag that I found to be very comfortable and a joy to use throughout my daily adventures and escapades. Let's get into it. Okay, so Minaal was nice enough to send this over to me after I reviewed their Daily 3.0, which is a phenomenal day bag. Definitely more of a day bag if you need more organization or if you're bringing more stuff. This is a smaller, sleeker bag. It is a roll top, but you'll learn that it doesn't really expand. It doesn't expand any more than what you have here, but the design of this is very Tokyo businessman, you know, in an office kind of stylish, sleek look. This is also something that one of my friends was like, I would use that for my college. He went back to school, he's in college right now, and he needs something to carry books and a computer and stuff around. And he really likes the streamlined, and again, it's more of a sophisticated kind of look. It's no secret, I'm a big fan of Minaal, love the carry-on and the Daily 3.0 bags that they have, and this has been absolutely no exception. This is actually a really fun bag to use, one that I'm really excited to show you. I loaded it out with all of my mobile kind of work stuff whenever I go out and if I want to go to like a park or anything like that and I want to do some work, editing, anything like that from a remote location. This is the loadout that I would carry with me. You can do this thing with you can load this out in a lot of different ways. Another way that I did it was at the gym. I took it to the gym, I loaded it with an extra change of clothes, a little minimal toiletry kit, my headphones, and like a packable towel to see how it would work for that, and it was great. So there's a lot of different uses you can get out of this bag, but you are very limited on space and organization on this thing. So on the back here, you have the two straps. They're very thin, a little minimal with a nice sternum strap. I am 5'8", 175 pounds. This is what the bag looks like on me. It's not that much smaller than the Daily 3.0, but because of the organization and expansion limits on this thing, it does not quite pack out or get as heavy as that. Again, because of the limitations on the size, you're not gonna be packing this thing out super heavy to the point where you would need something like load lifters or even hip belts, because you're not gonna be able to put, unless you're putting weights in this thing, right? Because even with what I have in here, it's not super heavy, it wasn't uncomfortable by any stretch, but still a bag you need to be cautious of, again, the availability on how much is inside, and depending on how heavy you're gonna make it, these straps could become cumbersome. Nice back panel here as well, Minaal logo, simple, elegant. What you can do though is there's a button up here at the top, and these straps actually disconnect with a clip down here at the bottom, and you can stow these away, and then you can carry this thing just kind of just like this if you wanted to carry it into the office like that. The only thing that kind of bums me out about that is I like that idea, but there's no side handle to carry it like a briefcase. Not that I ever would. A lot of the bags, like the straps tuck away and stuff, the only time I ever actually do that is if it's airplane, maybe. Like some travel bags, I might tuck the straps away so they're not dangly and floppy when I'm putting it in the overhead compartment or anything like that. But for the most part, on a bag like this, your straps are gonna be your best friend, but they do hide away if you want that option. And then you have the strap or the handle up here at the top. Very simple, very minimal. It's honestly, these materials and everything are very similar and identical to the Daily 3.0. Same kind of handle, same kind of straps, only these are a little bit thinner than the Daily and the carry-on 3.0 because this is more of a streamlined, sleek looking bag. Talk about the materials for a second. These materials are solid, very water resistant, no weather guard zips, but YKK zippers. I like the material. This isn't a bag, again, that you want to get caught out in a rainstorm with. You don't really want to do that with any bag. This is one that I definitely think is more either your commute to the office or like from your car to the office. This isn't something that I would take to like Scotland or Ireland or Iceland and go hiking and walking around with. This is more of, again, I think it's more of an everyday carry bag, but it's held back by some of the limitations, one of which being that I don't think it's it's a little water resistant, but it's not super water resistant. And the other is that you're not gonna load this out with everything you'd probably want for like a hiking or an escapade or anything like that. But let's talk about the organization, because you got some pretty cool pockets on this. One thing you have, this is like standard on all the Minaal bags now, is this hidden side like passport pocket, great for the wallets. You can fit a smaller phone, probably not the iPhone pros, passport, boarding passes, if this was your carry-on. This would be a good carry-on bag, actually, if you checked like a big suitcase and you need to bring just some minimal items on the plane. This is actually a pretty good carry-on bag. But you do have this secret zipper. It's pretty much standard, like I said, on all the Minaal bags now. Big fan of it. I like that zipper a lot. And then what you have is basically these two front pockets on the front of the bag, and then you have two pockets on the inside. Now on these, what I've thrown in here is just, where is it? My iPod Pros go in there. It goes down a little bit, as you can see. This is where my fingers end. It's a bigger pocket. You could easily fit things like a phone, perfect for, again, that security dump pocket. I mentioned that quite a lot. But what you also have in here is another pocket on the inside. So you have a zippered guy, and then you have a zippered pocket behind that, and that's where I've thrown my Wayfinder minimal wallet, great for like extra cards and stuff like that. Fits in there perfectly. Now, this internal zippered pocket is smaller in dimension and capacity than the two main ones on the outside, but you do have that extra zippered pocket on both sides. On this side, I've thrown my Exactly Life power bank, because you need that, and then on the inside for that one is where I put my car keys, because if you're doing this like cafe, or if you're, I don't know, going to work or any place, you need a good spot for your keys. And I like that it's easily accessible where it's on the front of the bag. That's what I like about both these pockets with what they did, is that you have a spot for like your main stuff. And then if there's something else that you're like, I might need that, I might need it quicker than what I would need from the inside of the bag, that you have that option to unzip that extra one, maybe grab your wallet for like that Starbucks gift card or that Starbucks points card. Does Starbucks do points cards? I'm not entirely sure. Or like, I need my keys because I want those quickly, so when I leave the cafe, I can just easily click, unlock my car if I drove or whatever. Leaving work, you lock your car and you don't want to put them in your pocket. I for one, don't like putting keys in my pocket. I don't know, they feel weird in my pocket. So I like that they did that for both sides. Like a power bank is something that I always want quick access to. Normally I'd have like my iPhone charger or like a camera charger, like a little cord attached to it, but I'm currently using it to keep my camera alive. So you'd want something like that probably, but this is great. I mean, you can fit all kinds of things in these pockets, from sunglasses to wallets to headphones to power banks to phones. I mean, all kinds of stuff, but I really, really like these two front pockets, and I think they're really well designed with plenty of extra room and that extra organization. You have two ways to access the main compartment of the bag. You can actually just unzip this without ever unrolling it and get access to everything. Or if you want that top-down look, what you can do is these have those like little fidlip nip-knot clip things right here, right? And this is how you do that. And this is what I'm saying, like this is because of the limitations of where these are. This isn't your stereotypical kind of roll top bag. You're not getting extra expansion, but you do have the ability to get a nice top-down view if you want it, and then simply lock it away. Now, one thing I did find, and I was actually surprised, is that how easy this is to open and close. For the most part, it finds those without a problem, and then getting it undone, you really just have to like kind of do like a slight bit of pressure down, and then boom. And it does feel a little sticky. It does feel like they're a little stuck, but I've never had them actually be like an issue. So honestly, I'm impressed with. Cars are honking outside. I'm on the 4th floor of an apartment complex, and cars, anyways, doesn't matter. Just distracted me for a minute. But what I was saying, really easy to find, open, and everything like that. One thing that I really enjoyed doing was just leaving it and then unzipping and being able to get access to the inside pockets and pull out whatever I needed. But for the sake of showing you everything, I'm gonna go ahead and fully open and unzip. Opens so nicely. That's the other thing. If you want it to be like full spread, right? Full butter spread on your bagel, your everything bagel, you got to open the top, and then it'll flap open like you're, opening the Taj Mahal. I've never been there, but I imagine it opens like this. So this is, again, loaded out for my mobile work setup. You have two inside pockets on each flap with zippered. On one, I have my Magic Mouse, just because it fit in there nicely. And then on the other one, I have my Wayfinder notebook, just because if I ever did need to take notes quickly without getting into my Workfolio that's in here, I could just open the top and it's sitting right there. One thing I did do is I left these pretty much unzipped, because if I did need, I probably wouldn't need my mouse without getting my laptop out, but if I needed like my notebook or something, I could just open up the top here without having to unzip it, and I knew right where it was. I know that it's right about here, and I could easily get in there and grab exactly what I needed. But I don't know, I just dig. Stay open. Thank you. Okay, sir. I like the way this thing opens. I don't know, I really dig this bag. I dig it a lot. You got a Minaal logo up here. I honestly never noticed that before until I was just looking. But what else I have in here? Wandrd Tech pouch full of extra cables. My point and shoot camera, I always carry it with me. You never know when a camera moment might pop up, so I keep all my extra cables and stuff in there. My magic keyboard thing for my Mac, my neck stand for my computer, and then my Bellroy Workfolio. This is where I keep my big notebook and all my extra work accessories, including pins and things like that. Then you have your laptop compartment. Now, one thing I really dig about this laptop compartment is a little stretchy, right? I thought this was gonna be like just flat, but this is that stretchy material, and I was able to fit my 13-inch laptop in here easily. And if you notice, I always have my hard drive connected to it. It's just kind of like Velcroed on there. It can fit up to a 15-inch solid little laptop compartment that has honestly a lot of stretch. If you have like a thicker laptop, you know, one of the like thick boys, like my work laptop, that's my personal work laptop, and my actual job work laptop is a little thick boy, easily fit in there. Another thing I will note, and I don't know what the accessories are exactly called, but they have attachment loops. I know they have like a short shirt organizer and other accessories on their websites that you could attach in here. Another thing you could do is if you have clips or anything like that, you can clip things. There's two little attachment points up here. You could clip something if you wanted to, whether it be like car keys, or again, like if you wanted to bring like a shirt organizer for something, if you're maybe going to the gym and you need to make sure your dress shirt doesn't get wrinkled or anything like that, you have that option. So this, and that's the thing, this is it, right? This is the whole bag. There's not much. Again, I'm not bringing much in it because I don't need to bring a lot if I'm doing mobile work stuff. You know, this is basically the key setup that I need. This isn't something that I would try to load out for photography. I've been using a lot of day packs like the Able Carry that I just reviewed, the Daily 3.0 from Minaal. And I've been putting camera cubes inside of those and using them as makeshift camera bags. This isn't one that I would do that. There's not nearly enough organization. I don't think there's enough expansion, but I do think that this thing is perfect for the work environment, for the college environment, for that professional, like I said, Tokyo businessman, sir, environment. I think this thing looks really well. Another bag that comes to mind, I don't have it, but the Bellroy was suggested to me that it's very similar. I only have one Bellroy product, so I can't speak if that bag is better or worse or whatever. But it is very similar in the sense that, you know, it's got that simple roll top, sleek design, business kind of look to it. I've just been a big fan of Minaal. I like Bellroy. I'm using Bellroy products. It is a little pricey. Minaal bags are pricey, but I really feel like the product and the material and what you get really does speak for the price. This is $250, right? So it's a little steep, but honestly, if you're looking for something for one of those, you know, settings that I mentioned, or even you might have something else in your mind and you're like, this is kind of perfect. I think that if you dish out the money for materials and stuff like this, I've had the Minaal 2.0 since it was released, right? And that thing, I used it so much. I mean, it was my go-to travel bag for literally everything. And it almost looks brand new, except for a little mark that I got on it. It was like lipstick or something. I didn't get it on there. I don't wear lipstick. It might have been my wife. Doesn't matter. So I know that the Minaal products last a very long time. I know people that have the 1.0 carry-on and is still in perfect condition because the materials last, because Minaal cares about that, and that's what I really appreciate. And this is a quick one because I don't think there's much to say about this because there's not much to it, but there's also a lot to it at the same time. I really dig this thing. Thank you again to the Minaal team for sending this over. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer those for you. Or you can shoot me an email, odiematthewsbags@gmail.com, and I'll reply to you with anything you might want to ask or inquire about. You can also support me on Patreon. giveaways, extra videos, early videos, topics, things like that. Thank you again for all the love and support you give this channel. It means the world to me. If you could like, subscribe, all that nonsense, and I will see you next time.